we humbly beseech thee to vouchsafe thy blessing upon this council, direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement of thy glory and the true welfare of the people of the Regional Council and Australia. Amen.
Amen.
And now, councillors, I'd like to formally declare the meeting open and call for apologies, and as we are all in attendance and there are no leave of absence being requested, we move on to item 2, community consultation, and we have no members of the community here this evening to make representation. That brings us to item 3, minutes of the previous meeting. Move Councillor Tickle and Councillor Betts, thank you.
Excuse me.
Councillor Tickle.
I'd just like to speak to the previous minutes, in particular the motion for water sensitive design, and commend the staff from across the training division for all the work and effort that they put into achieving the outstanding outcomes that we did. And there were a number of divisions involved in that particular motion, and it was achieved within just under 12 months. There's still work to be done with industry on the stormwater component, but there was tremendous effort put in from that training division, and indeed it involved training all the directorates, not training division, the directorates, and also extensive liaison with the industry and with the community to make changes like we haven't seen before, and it will be changes for now and into the future with our water sensitive design. So thank you to the staff and everyone else who is involved.
Thank you. So, councillors, if we have no matters arising or no discussion, could I put that motion? Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. Item 4, disclosures of interest. Any councillors have any disclosures they wish to tender? If not, we'll move through. Item 5, there is no mayoral minute. And item 6, we have no notice of motion. And that brings us to item 8.1. Councillor Betts and Councillor Inglis, thank you. Councillor Betts, do you wish to speak to your motion?
No, Mr.
Any councillors wish to speak against? Any councillors wish to make comment? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. 8.2. Move Councillor Betts and seconded Councillor Tickle. Thank you. Councillor Betts, do you wish to speak to the motion?
No, Mr.
Any councillors wish to speak against? Any councillors wish to make comment? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. Item 8.3. Move Councillor Wilson, thank you. And Councillor Impey. Councillor Wilson, do you wish to speak to the motion?
No.
Any councillors wish to speak against? Any councillors wish to make comment? None, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. Item 9.1. Councillor Wilson and Councillor Otter, thank you. Councillor Wilson, do you wish to speak to the motion? Any councillors wish to speak against? Any councillors wish to make comment? None, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. Item 9.2.
Move.
Move Councillor Webb and Councillor Betts, thank you. Councillor Webb, do you wish to speak to the motion? Any councillors wish to speak against? Any councillors wish to make comment? No, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. Item 9.3. Move Councillor Inglis and Councillor Tickle, thank you. Councillor Inglis, do you wish to speak to the motion?
No, thanks, Mr. Mayor. There was just a minor change to it.
Thank you. Any councillors wish to speak against? If not, any councillors wish to make comment? Not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Those against? The motion is carried. Item 9.4. Move Councillor Webb and second Councillor Impey, thank you. Councillor Webb, do you wish to speak to the motion?
No, just a comment, Mr Mayor, that the bottom line looks pretty healthy there at the present.
Thank you. Any councillors wish to speak against the motion? Any councillors wish to make comment? Councillor Inglis.
Mr Mayor, not that I really want it to happen, but I think it'd be just fantastic in my career in local government that if we do go to negative interest rates, I'd just love to see that reporting negative interest rates. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I'd rather not.
We'd be paying them.
Just put it all over the bed.
Get Chris to take it over with you.
Put it in the bunker.
So councillors, any other comments? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? The motion is carried. Item 9.5, Councillor Inglis and Councillor Webb, thank you. Councillor Inglis, do you wish to speak to the motion?
Just one question, Mr Mayor. I love additional income. On page 386, man, that was a big attachments listing, wasn't it? This
Sure was.
$144,982. Biomass Solutions, Coffs Harbour. What would that be?
Mr Logan.
Mr Logan?
Mr Mayor, councillors may recall that Biomass Solutions from Coffs Harbour approached council 18 months ago to take some material that the EPA no longer allowed them to place on agricultural land, and they approached council about taking that material, and we're almost at the end of that engagement that we agreed to take some material from them, and it's taken longer than they originally thought, but that's what it's going to be.
Thanks, Mr Logan. Any councillors wish to speak against the motion? Any councillors wish to make comment? It was a great day's work to read the attachments. I really enjoyed that. Councillors, if we have no further debate, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? The motion is carried. That brings us, councillors, to item 11, to consider items 11, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. But before I ask for a motion, are there any members of the public or any members of the council wish to have any matters brought forward into open council? If not, I would invite those members of the public to vacate the chamber and we will move into council. And councillors, if I could have a motion for those matters to be brought in